Hello, YouTube, and welcome back, and happy Sunday. Today is Father's Day, and I just wanted to come on here and talk about my pregnancy so far. I feel like I haven't really expanded on like how I'm feeling with all of that and how I'm doing and my journey. So that's what today's video is about. And I hope you guys are having a beautiful Sunday. And if you can, why don't you leave in the comments below how you're doing today? I am feeling blessed, and I'm feeling thankful and grateful for just everything for real. And just this last week has just been a beautiful week. It's been a lot, but it's been beautiful at the same time. And I'm just excited to talk about it, which is why we're here. And I don't know, in my videos where I just sit and talk with you guys, which are all of them, I'm gonna try to have like cute little backgrounds. I'm sitting in my friend Kayla's little Papazan chair. That's been like moving through our little friend group. And I get to hold on to it right now, and I love it. And it just reminds me of a Pampazan chair that my college roommate gave me. And it went with us to my first apartment. Actually, my first apartment when I moved out of my dad's house with my best friend at the time. We moved to Linwood, which is where I live now, and we actually used to live right around the corner. So it's just really cute that I'm cute. It's really nice that I'm back up here because I do love the area, and yeah, I'm just familiar with it. So it just reminded me of a Pampazan chair that I had in college that ended up traveling to my first apartment with me. I don't know when I got rid of it, but I ended up getting rid of it. I think once we moved to our new apartment. But yeah, it was fun. It was cute. I think I had it there, but I just remembered a Pampazan chair that I used to have, and I got rid of it. Anywho, that's not what we're talking. That's not what we're talking about in this video. But seriously, please leave a comment about how you're doing. That would help me. And if you are not subscribed, that would also help me. And for any of you, those of you who are new, my name is Tina, and I do lifestyle vlogs. I really would like to. I am going to start showing you more things that I end up doing outside of the house, because I think it's fun for you to see like what I do, because I'm pretty active and I like to be involved in a lot of things. Next week I'm either going on a hike or I'm going on something called a hot girl walk. And if you don't know what a hot girl walk is, it's basically a bunch of women meet up and they go on a walk. And this is going to be in Seattle. I'm not sure where, but it's going to be in a nice location. And I'm looking forward to that. But let me talk about what we are getting into today. I did some notes just so I could have clear thoughts on what I wanted to talk about, so I'm not just talking about God knows what. So I did want to talk about this past week. So I felt like this past week was quite busy, and it was quite busy with work, and then with appointments, and then just with friends. So my work, we have a summer program, and that starts in 2 weeks. So it's been, getting prepared for that and making sure everything's in order, so that like by the first day that we start the program, everything's set up and everything. So I'm still in the process of like finalizing things, like logistics with that. But this past week has been like making sure communication with everybody is, uh, you know, making sure we have everybody on board with what we're doing. So that's been pretty busy. I was actually quite stressed about that. But now I feel really good, and next week is going to be also a good week. And I'm just excited for the program to start, just because our program, like in the downtime, I guess, not in the downtime, but when we're not doing the summer program, we go into schools and we do various things like workshops, or we do our program but like in a shortened version. Um, and it's just different. There's a different vibe, there's a different energy in that side that we do. But in the summertime, it just feels like you're on summer vacation, but you get to do all these cool things. And I really love it because I love feeling the energy of the kids that are our interns. So it's just fun. So I'm just excited for that to start. And like I said, it starts in 2 weeks, and um, yeah, it's just fun. So there's that, and then like I said, I had a bunch of appointments, pregnancy appointments, because I had to do the glucose test. And if you know what that is, it's basically to check to see if you have gestational diabetes, which is diabetes when you're brought on by pregnancy. And I got my labs back, and I got cleared. I don't have diabetes, thank God. I've been eating like a mofo, so I'm shocked. But I mean, ugh, never mind. I'm just glad that I'm healthy, and the baby's healthy, and this boy is growing. I'll talk about that too. Um, yeah, and so this past week with work, it all accumulated to yesterday, which was Saturday. Today's Sunday, and it's Father's Day. Hi, boo boo. We did so. We met with all of our, not all of us, all of them, but most of our kids who we're going to be working with this summer, and we had a little meet and greet for them to meet their. We had mentors meeting their mentees. So, oh my God, excuse me. Um, Anywho, we had a picnic for them, and it was so nice. It was at, if you're familiar with the Seattle area, it was at Jefferson Park, which is a huge, gigantic park with beautiful views. And actually, one of my friends does the food forest, or she helps with the food forest that is on the other side of Jefferson Park. So I've been there multiple times, and some of the kids who were with us have also been there to work at the food forest with my friend. So that was pretty cool. And yesterday, I don't know if any of you watched the news, but it was a lot of different protests happening all over the United States in order to protest about, it was called the No Kings protest, and to stand up to obviously Donald Trump. And so there was a lot happening all over the city, but mainly in Seattle, in the Capitol Hill area. And where I was, it wasn't too far from there, but there wasn't a lot of people because a lot of people were at the protest. And I saw that there were like 70,000 people who attended that specific protest. And I don't know the numbers around the United States, but my gosh, I saw a lot of, people spilling out into the streets, and, letting their voice be heard with the injustices that are currently happening. I obviously didn't participate because I had a work event, so I I didn't go, but I know that there was a good turnout, and we ended up having fun. So, I mean, how is that a correlation? But anyways, it was just a good day overall yesterday. And after work, I ended up having my dear friends over for like a little bonfire, and that was our first bonfire that we had here. And beforehand, yesterday was so freaking busy. So in the morning, what I did was, if you hear a car, somebody's working on a car next door. Anyways, in the morning, what I did was I went and got rented a weed whacker from Home Depot, and then my boyfriend and I did yard work. He did most of it, to be honest. But we made sure to like clean up areas in our backyard that. Oh Lord, she's got her squeaky toy out there. I didn't even see her taken out. Anywho, we just wanted to clean up the backyard because there were a lot of weeds everywhere. So we just wanted our backyard to look presentable, and it was just time. So we're still working on getting lawn equipment and tools. So that's in the works. But yeah, we did that, and it's so nice waking up today and seeing the fruits of our labor, and the backyard looks nice, even though we still need to cut the grass, but it looks really nice, and it makes me want to go out there and read a book, lay in the grass, not lay in the grass, do a little picnic style out there. So that feels great. It's like one thing checked off our list. But yeah, so we had dinner, we had a bonfire. And when we have guests, Denzel, my boyfriend, he turns into like a Michelin star chef, I swear to God. And he just makes these elaborate meals. And last night we had, he made like a etouffee with crawfish. I mean, I don't need to say that because that's like what it is. But that was delicious. He made fried catfish, and that was my first time having his fried catfish, and I was like, oh my God, I need some more of this. Luckily, we have some more in the freezer, and luckily where we got it from is right down the street, so I'm about to go stack up on that. But we had that, and then we had chicken wings that were bomb too. And it was just nice to like, my friends are married, and I've known them for a couple of years now. Damn. Okay. So it was just nice I love having people over. I love hosting. We love hosting. So I hope that, this, as the summer progresses, like we have more and more gatherings and all that good stuff. That's what I'm looking forward to. Our house just feels so inviting, and I was telling my friend Lorraine, it just feels like home. I'm just like looking around, and I'm just like, oh, this is us. And this week I want to focus on making it more cozy and making it, getting some artwork, getting some mirrors on walls that there should be some. Yeah, and I'm going to do all this I'm going to thrift all of the stuff that I get because, you know what? Why not? I think that's sustainable, and I think that is healthier for the planet, and it's cost effective. So next week and the week after, I'm gonna start getting stuff together. But I love this lamp that I got from a friend. Look at how cute that lamp is right there. So I feel like that lamp is like the start of the inspiration of this living room, and it's a blank canvas right now, and I love the yellow. Fun fact about the yellow, when I first got adopted, my sister and I, my adopted parents, painted our room that we moved into a bright yellow, like literally that color yellow, that pillow, that was the color of our room. So it was brighter than this yellow, So this just is, it just brings, it just, happy memories, because that room, that was like the beginning of our life changing, and our life changing for the better. And it just, yellow to me is a meaningful color. So it's just nice that our home reflects yellow. So it's just this room that's yellow, our living room, which I love because it makes it feel like home. And then also my boyfriend's room was also yellow, so that's another cute thing, that we share. And it just makes me so happy to have that, and it just looks great on camera, and it looks nice and summery. And then when it gets fall, I can't wait to decorate in like cozy fall colors, and maybe change the pillows, do some like oranges, some browns, all that. So growing up, when I shared a room with my sister, we always did like, we always had a section in our room where we like, I think, where we like made like a little seasonal like area, I guess, if I'm not mistaken, or mainly for Christmas. Like we had like our little Christmas tree, and yeah. So I want to like make our home like seasonal, like the decorations, just so the vibes. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I say that to say this, and then also I was missing one of our other friends came over this week, and every time he comes over, it just feels like uh, it just feels like we're kids, to be honest, because he's like, I don't know, he's like I can't wait for him to meet Axel, because he's gonna be like a fun uncle, and he's just hilarious. But I just love our friends, and I was telling Zell, my boyfriend, that we just have a good group of people around us, and I reflect on that a lot. Like it takes a village, and even before we got pregnant, we had this same group of people around us, and everybody, I could say that, our friends, our family, they're just beautiful people, and I'm just so glad to know all of them. And if any of you are watching this, I really appreciate you all, and I love you all because it's not easy to make friends as adults, but all these people I've made, my friends, are really part of my family now. And I met them all in Seattle. I met most of them in Seattle, and it's just been, nice to know that we have a good circle. So, without further ado, it's 18 minutes in. I'm gonna try to fly through how my pregnancy has gone, and I would say like about a month ago. So like, yeah, so May, mid-May is when I really started to feel like, oh my gosh, I feel pregnant. Like before that, I was still like super active, and I felt like I could, do so many things. And then there came a certain point where I was like out of breath. I had indigestion. I noticed that my belly's getting bigger. Um, it's hard to squat or bend over. Like these things have like slowly but surely like made their way to me, and I'm like, those are things that make me feel pregnant. Like I feel like it's so interesting because you're so used to like being one way, and then like when you're pregnant, all these things that you're used to doing end up being so hard. But let me continue the list of things that like have been making me feel more pregnant. So squatting, bending over, my belly has been growing. My appetite has been crazy. Like I swear I eat like 4 to 5 times a day. It's hilarious because Denzel like will be doing something, and then he wants to try something out, And I'm like, sure, I'll eat it. And that's been a lot. So, I mean, even looking on the camera, I know I've gained some weight. And that's one of the things that's been honestly pretty hard for me. Just because I don't think maybe I have talked about this before, but I've struggled with my weight for years. I probably like really never talked about it with people, but it's just something. It's just something that is part of me, and the reason being is I'm gonna kind of be a little. This is gonna be a shock value, but I think it's rooted in honestly being sexually abused at a young age. And that's a little hard for me to talk about because I believe that being sexually abused at a young age, it caused me to mature faster, and I ended up getting boobs in the fourth grade. So that was a bit rough because not a lot. First of all, I was one of the tallest girls in fourth grade, so that was like causing a lot of attention, anyways. And then to put that on, or to add on top of that, I started getting boobs, which nobody at that age had started getting. So it was just, I think my, I don't want to say body dysmorphia started then, but I think that is like when my weight, I guess, journey, my weight issue started. I was always a skinny little girl, and then honestly, I think the boobs like really fucked with my brain, and I remember in middle school always trying to wear like baggy sweatshirts because my boobs got bigger. And I didn't want people to like make fun of me. I didn't want people to draw attention. And I forget how young I was when I had asked my mom like for a breast reduction. Like that's crazy. Like I was like, I don't, it's too much. I don't want it. I honestly can't remember at what age I asked for a breast reduction, but I think that also has been part of me having issues with my weight. Even though I was skinny, for some reason I never saw myself as skinny. And honestly, it wasn't until I was in my late 20s to where I started accepting my body. And I think yoga helped that, just to, get into my body first of all, and to like honor my body, and to know that my body has been through a lot. However, it's it's a beautiful body, and I think that has I started accepting my body, like I said, in my late 20s, and then now being pregnant, I've gained 30 pounds. And before I got pregnant, I had lost 15 pounds. So I was back to the weight I was when I was 25. And it felt good. And I was like shocked that I had actually gotten to that weight, because I had been trying so long to get to that weight. First of all, I got sick that's what caused me to lose a lot of weight. So, I went backwards to like the weight I used to be when I was 25, and then I gained 30 pounds with my baby, and that's just been a mind-boggling thing for me, just because I've never been this heavy in my life, but I've been trying to make sure that I'm not being hard on myself, and I need to make sure to realize that this is a miracle that's happening, and I'm bringing a life into this world, which to me is like beyond like comprehend, you know that word. It's mind blowing, and I can't believe my body. I can't believe God chose me to bring this baby into the world. Um, so yeah, that's I say all that to say that I love this journey, and I honestly love being pregnant, but let's slow it down. Let's have one kid before we start thinking about other kids. And yeah, so that's that's what I've been kind of struggling with as of late. Um, some other things that are positives with my pregnancy is that we've started gathering things like I have a bassinet for my baby, I have a stroller, I have a car seat. However, I think I'm gonna get a different car seat. And then my sister, she sent out um, my baby shower invitations to people, and people have been slowly but surely sending in or buying things from the registry. So that's been nice. So it's been nice to like start setting up Axel's little area, and I want to. Oh, and another nice thing is so my one of my oldest friends here in Washington, she was the first of our friend group to have a baby, and her son is 6, and I got to meet him in person last weekend, and he is so smart. He's so intelligent. He's just a reflection of his mom and dad, and they're doing a great job with him. And I think it's so beautiful to have a friend who's gone through this. And I've been like tapping back in with her to, to ask things, and she's been giving me a lot of advice, and that's been really helpful. And I think it's beautiful, to have friends who have gone through these things, and also it just made me feel good because that's my childhood friend right there, and we're becoming closer because of my baby, and I love it. And I see a spider right now, so that's why I'm like looking over there. Yeah. Anywho, yeah. So between my friend Renee and the mommy support group that I'm in, it's been nice to have like-minded people, and also people who are experiencing their first child, all that good stuff. Just to have, like people to bounce things off of. And work in pregnancy work hasn't been too crazy, and I'm blessed that this summer program is only 2 days a week. So that'd be nice. I could, do other things during the week, and, take baby classes, get some exercise in, go on like little day trips or whatever. And yeah, so work has been a blessing. I've been getting glimpses of the future. I've just been like daydreaming and, thanking God that I'm in the situation I am in now. Like, I wanted all of these things that I have now last year, and before this all happened. But now look where I am. I'm blessed. I'm grateful, thankful, all of the above. And yeah, okay, Caroline is being annoying. Carol, hey, hey. She's trying to bully our neighbors right now, little dog. Anywho, another thing I've been struggling with is the idea of delivering my baby, and that has been very bruh, she's got her Mr. Squeaky right here, right by the door. Carol, I'm making a video. Look at this dog. Look at her. girl. Anywho, yeah, the idea of giving birth has been scaring me, to be honest. Um, I believe I'm a strong person. However, birth is another another beast, and I've been mentally preparing myself for that. And I don't want an epidural, but who knows what will happen. But I'm gonna do my best to prepare my body in order to not have to use that, because I do want to deliver naturally. Um, but who knows? Who knows how my labor is gonna go? Um, I will be giving birth in Seattle, so my baby will be born in Seattle. And yeah, um, my oof, I need to go to the bathroom, but my boyfriend's in the bathroom taking a shower. Okay, so this video has been very long so far. It's 31 minutes. I'm gonna do a carpool, and while I'm doing this, today's Father's Day, so we got invited last minute to go over to one of my dad's friends' places, who actually is my landlord. He's a dear friend of the family. And he lives on the water, which is beautiful. So we're gonna go over there, and I had plans to make my dad jerk chicken and coconut rice. So instead of like having that over here, I'm gonna make it for him before we go, and then we're gonna go over to my dad's friend's place, and then, you know, enjoy Father's Day. But after this, I'm about to go run and get some Father's Day cards. One for my dad, one for my boyfriend, and then one for Ted, who's our family friend who's having us over. And then I'm also going to get something to bring over to Ted's house. But yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day. It's supposed to be like high 70s. So I'm wearing a cute dress. And yeah, and I'm wearing a D for Denzel. I got to get an A now for Axel. So that's going to be so cute. Okay, let's see. This is the card. It's a beautiful woman with a nose piercing and hoop earrings. I am going to try to do my hair like that. My hair's like this because I kind of got tired of my afro, and I just wanted to like do a protective style. I kind of like braid it down. This looks a little crazy on camera, but once I take it out, it's going to be cute and curly. But yeah, so let's see what this says. It says, I attract success in new opportunities effortlessly. Okay, I've pulled this card before, but this is nice. Just a nice reminder that we are abundant and we never have to worry about anything, because everything will be okay. And with that, I'm gonna stop here. Have a good day.